Hey everyone, this is Knogot. Today I wanted to talk to you about Doomz. So Doomz is an archetype from Doom of Dimensions. Hasn't really seen play outside of Genesis, and it got support in Burst Protocol with Doomz Changer. Really needed support now. It is also newly in Master Duel, and I think it is playable at like a rogue-ish off-meta level. But more importantly, it's gonna be like tier 2, I think, in Blazing Dominion, so the next set is going to come out. So I wanted to today lay some of the groundwork for the deck as it is right now, so that we have the basic combos, and then I'm going to make a separate video for Blazing Dominion, where we put all of that together and we see actually how this deck performs once it's meta viable. Now, if you are interested in that stuff, leave us up. That video is going to come out for sure. But for now, let's talk about the cards. If you know what the cards do and you just want to see my explanation of the deck or the combos, I have timestamps as always. But for the ones that don't know what Doomz does, I don't blame you, but let's talk about the cards. So we have Doomz 12-0 Drestea. And this card is basically your endboard piece. Your main one, like the minimum that you want to have, is this plus an equip, and it already is a lot of disruption. So you can summon this by just popping a Doomz card you control, and then you can equip any equip spell from your deck to this card. So any, doesn't have to be a Doomz card. You can put anything, you can be creative. I have some options in the side deck. I'll talk about them in a second. But while this is equipped with an equip card, every Doomz monster has that effect, except for the Power Patron. You can rank it up in an Xyz with the same rank as the level. So this is level 8. And then all the equips that were attached to this monster are going to be the Xyz material for the monster. So that is already pretty good, because we are going into Drustrius. That is, it has a destruction protection, and on summon it equips a face-up monster on the field as an equip spell that is non-targeting, non-destruction removal, very powerful. And then it also has the effect that when your opponent activates a monster effect on the field or the graveyard, you can negate it, and then you can attach another monster as equip. That doesn't have to be the same monster. So, for example, they activate Lupus in the grave. You activate this, negate the Lupus, and then you equip the Izuna. Actually happened to me a couple times in Master Duel. Yeah, so that is the bare minimum. So the deck actually has a very good game plan into Charmies, because if you activate an effect and they chain a Charmy, then you can just say, okay, I'm just going to end on Drastea Pass plus my hand traps, and that is a deceptively powerful board. Like, I've won against Vanquish Soul with just that board. Next up, we have Amalthe. This is summoned or destroyed by a card effect, very important. You can add one Doomz monster from your deck to your hand, and then it has the same rank up effect. The target here for would be Deactorus. Deactorus, when it's special summoned, you can destroy one Doomz card in your hand or face-up field. Then you can destroy one monster on the field. So non-targeting pop, again, it is nice if you rank up during your opponent's spell turn, or if you play into a board. You can just rank up into this, you pop a card, get the advantage to search off of it, and then you pop a monster. And then if this is popped and it has a Doomz or a Medius as material, you can search an equip spell and add it or put it in the grave. So again, generic, pretty nice. Then the second level 4 is Elara. This is the counterpart to Amalthe. This sets a spell trap from your deck, and then it also has the rank up effect. This can't get ashed because it sets, so it's nice, and that means that the combination of these two is actually a 2-card combo, even though it's 2 normal summons. Then we have our Power Patron. This is a Medius deck, so this is a Power Patron with the lock. You can only summon Xyz monsters while this is on the field. And this can target any effect monster you control. And then special summon a Doomz or the Power Patron of Destruction with the same rank as the level of the monster you targeted. So you target a level 4, you make this. You target a level 8, you make this. And if this is destroyed, you can add one Doomz card. So very nice, because this is destroyed by anything. So battle or game mechanics, if this falls off as an equip, you get the search, and it adds any card, so not just a monster. So that's very nice. And then we have the, let's move the Medius here. So Medius is a weird card in this deck. So it is the 1-card starter that makes the best board, but it's also the worst into hand traps, because you can't pop it with Drastea to extend. But yeah, we play 2 right now, Post Blazing Dominion, you just play one. So if you want to get this deck now as a budget deck, you can just get one Medius or wait for a reprint, maybe that comes this year. Then we have Doomz Raiders, a continuous spell that during the main phase you can destroy another Doomz card in your hand or face up field and then add or special summon one Doomz monster. So very nice into Fuva. You activate this, they chain Fuva, you just add the monster instead, they don't get it wrong. And then you are Xyz locked after that. And then if this card is destroyed by counter effect, you can target one face up monster on the field, destroy it. Sadly, you can only use one of these effects per turn. I wish it would be both, so this would actually be a continuous spell that's good going second, but it's not. So if you activate it, you try the effect to special and they pop it, you don't get anything. That is pretty sad. Still very, very good card. I played it 3 because it's the best extender. You just have a name in your hand, you pop it, and then you get the search because it was popped, and you get the summon from deck or add from deck. Then the new card, Doomz Changer, destroys one Doomz card in your hand, deck, or face up field, except itself, and then if it is destroyed, you can add a Doomz card from your graveyard to your hand, and then special summon one Doomz monster from your hand. So this can't get ashed, so it just pops from the deck, right? So you can pop anything and then, for example, Elara, and that sets you a card, or you pop the Power Patron and then you add a card or something. And then if this gets popped, you can add something from the grave, which is relevant because you have a quick effect pop in Doomdirk. Now this is the one equip spell that we have right now that is Doomz themed. We'll get a second one in Blazing Dominion, and this inflicts 500 damage to the controller of the monster every standby phase. And it gives the Doomz monster that is equipped with this card, or the Wind Machine monster, it gives it 2 effects. The first one is it cannot be targeted, which is nice, and then a quick effect, you can destroy one other face-up card you control. So that is the thing that pops our Changer or Raiders. And then it gives the monster an attack boost, but if it battled, it is destroyed at the end of the damage step. So keep that in mind. Don't just use this to pop something, run into something, and then you lose your Drestaea for nothing. For the last Doomz card, we have Doomz Destruction. This is a trap card, you can search it in Engine, and this is a trap card that equips itself to a Doomz Xyz monster, and it gives it has the effect that cards cannot be added from the main deck to your opponent's hand except by drawing them. So this is an Ash Blossom plus Droll, basically. Your opponent normal summons Raisin, activates the effect, you chain this, they don't get the add of Raisin, and from now on they can't add. Of course, it's not lingering like Droll, so if they remove it, they can start searching again, but this is a very, very powerful endboard piece. And then if it is destroyed by a card effect, you can target one face-up monster on the field, and then equip a Doomz monster from your deck to it as an equip spell, which also comes up. So, we are a Medius deck, so we run Theorealize. Nothing much to say. We are not a Fiendsmith deck, so we cannot really use the type and attribute modulation, but it is what it is. It's still another way to get to Medius. Then, our equip spell of choice is Living Fossil. I don't like this card, but I think for the vanilla list, for the standard combos, this is the most generic equip spell that is doing something. It just revives a level 4, so you can make a rank 4 in your combo. It is not as good as Premature Burial, but this card is banned unless you play Genesis. Premature Burial is so good in this deck because you just revive one of these, you get the effect, and then they already have their disruption ready if you want to, or you just revive it and you have a rank 4 play. But that's not the world that we live in right now, so Living Fossil it is, unless you want to play something else. So, next up we have Therion King Regulus. Basically the standard line makes Drestaea plus a rank 4, and the rank 4 that I choose to use is the Springin's Merrymaker to go into Sargas to get the Regulus. Why Regulus? Because we could also just go Gaga Gaga Magician into F0 for our negate, but this is a monster negate and this is an Omni negate, plus this equips actually our Doomz Power Patron from the grave. It's a machine, and that gives you another pop target which is relevant in the combos. So that is why we run Regulus here, even though it is a brick. And yeah. Lastly, we have 15 extra decks and trap slots. So we have like Uva, Ash, Bell, Imperm, and then 1 nib for the Gallant Granite, and 2 Droll because people are playing Dark Magician stuff. So we talked about these extra deck cards, and then we just have generic stuff like Zeus, Typhon. We have an out for Liger if you want to run this. You can run something else, but this is a nice out for Liger. And Tornado Dragon, because this deck actually doesn't have much to deal with back row. It is very good at dealing with monsters. It doesn't have anything to deal with back row. So that is the deck, very cookie cutter. And I'll talk about some options here. So the big Power Patron is a rank 10, and you can summon it by using one monster equipped with 3 or more equip spells and summon it, and then when it's summoned you can equip any number of equip spells from your graveyard to this card, and it gains 3,000 attack while it has an Xyz monster material, and once per turn you can detach 1 material, special summon 1 Doomz monster from your graveyard, and then you can destroy 1 card on the field. So very powerful monster, but this list doesn't have that many equip spells. So you see we have the Living Fossil, which is a revive, so we can't equip it to our Drastea, for example. We have the Doomdirk, we have the Doomsy Destruction, and we have the Doomsy Destruction effect to equip a Doomsy monster from your deck. So we don't consistently get multiple equip spells, so that's why I don't run it. A deck that can make use of it is the Bamboo Sword build, because the original Bamboo Sword, there's an equip spell that you can send to the graveyard and equip another equip spell, the Cursed Bamboo Sword. So what you do is you just cycle through the Bamboo Swords, and then you make the you send this to the graveyard. This gets you the Golden Bamboo Sword, which is Pot of Greed, and then you summon this to get the Bamboo Swords back from the grave, and yeah, then you can draw like 6 cards in the combo, which is very funny, but the package is so big that I don't like it that much. A package I do like is the Hero Lives combo. So Hero Lives is you can special summon a level 4 lower elemental hero, and our target of choice is Prisma, because Prisma can reveal Archmage Deactorus, which has Medius the Pure listed as material, and then send Medius for cost. So this is basically like the Realize, but then you can use the Medius in the grave and shuffle back the Prisma itself, so that you don't have to use a card from your hand to summon the Medius. Or you do use a card from your hand, and then you can special summon the Medius next to the Prisma, and you have 2 level 4s. So that means in the Hero Lives version you can cut the Living Fossil for something else, an equip spell that is more useful, or just another hand trap or whatever. Speaking of equips, we talked about Premature Burial. I would 100% run this over Living Fossil. You can also search Angelica's Angel Ring, which is just a spell negate. You search this in the combo, you go to your Drastea, this gets the Doomsy equip, and then you equip this to the Drastea as well. You negate the first spell they do, and then you rank up the Drastea, basically. So that's a nice card. You can run this, I like it. For going second, in the side you can run a Snatch Steal instead of the Living Fossil, just so that if you pop your Deactorus, you get a Snatch Steal as a going second breaker. We talked about the Bamboo Swords. One equip that I think is also good is Dogmatic Schism, and this basically it just modulates attack. It doesn't really matter that much, but it's got a send to the graveyard because the equipped monster is destroyed. You can send 1 monster from the extra deck to the graveyard. So what you do is you just do your combo, and before you pop a monster with Drastea to summon it, you equip that monster with Dogmatic Schism. It gets destroyed, and then this sends the Albion, and Albion in the end phase gets us Fallen and the Virtuous, and that sends the Ecclesia, or like a Dragon that Devours the Dogma if you want to run more targets. And then you just shuffle them back with this Ecclesia. Fallen the Virtuous is also nice because you can dodge Imperm, and you can even destroy your own Doomsy Changer to trigger the effect of adding a Doomsy monster from your grave. A Doomsy card from your grave to your hand. So that is the options for the pure version. Let me just show you a different version real quick. I've mostly played pure, mostly in Massadul. But another version would be to, if you want to have a bit more ceiling on the end board, plus a bit more access to Medius, you can run a Dark Magician engine. I would go for the Shining Star stuff because it is more compact. So there should be a Gaze of Timaeus in this as well. It's a search target, so let's throw that in. And basically what you do is you go for the Shining Sark into the Dark Magician Girl. The Dark Magician Girl makes the Dark Magician of Destruction, adds you the Gaze of Timaeus, and the Shining Sark gets you the Gandora, which is a level 8 extender, and also a decent card going second because it just wipes the board. Then you have 2 level 8s. You go into the Dragluxion, and you add, I forgot to add that in, Seven Tachyon, which reveals Ragnar Zero, which is a fairy level 4, and that adds you Medius. And then you make Hope Harbinger on top of the Dragluxion, and you make the Dragoon. And then you have Hope Harbinger and Dragoon, and then you start with your Doomz Medius combo. So that is just a bit more ceiling and a bit more consistency in terms of getting Medius. Note that the Medius line does get you a good board, whereas like Elara and Amalthe at this point just get you to Drastea, and the 2-card combos get you to like everything, where you also have this trap set or like another monster on the field. So that is the Dark Magician version. I have not played this because I don't own the Dark Magician stuff. I just wanted to let you know that there are other things you can do. I have not tried the Onomat version because right now until we get to Blazing Dominion, we don't have a way to bridge from generic rank 4 into Doomz, so I didn't really see a point. But that is it for the deck lists. Let's hop into some combos. Okay, so let's start with the Medius 1-card combo, which I mentioned was the best 1-card starter in this deck as of right now. Once we have the new support, everything just ends on the same board. But we normal summon the Medius, use the effect to summon the Power Patron Doomz. Then we're going to use that effect to equip to the, not equip to the Medius, to summon the Deactorus and then equip to it. And then Deactorus on summon will pop a Doomz card. So we're going to pop the Power Patron Doomz, and that on pop will search us Doomz Raiders. I'm going to activate the Raiders, activate the effect, pop the Deactorus, and then if they Fuva you here, you can just add the Drastea, add it to your hand. They don't get a draw, you summon it, you still have the disruptions, even though they didn't get any draw. But if they don't, you can summon the Amalthe, and that will add you a card. But we're going to go chaining 1 Amalthe, chaining 2 Deactorus, because this was popped, you can search an equip spell. That chain blocks the Amalthe if they kept the Ash for that for whatever reason, and not for the Raiders. But you're going to grab your Living Fossil, or your equip of your choice, and then you're going to grab the Drastea. So now you have the Drastea in hand, you have a target, so you're just going to play into your negate, and if they nib you before that, you just lose the negate. But you're going to Living Fossil, go into the Medius, and then you're going to overlay these two for your level 4, rank 4 of choice, either the Springan's Merrymaker or the Gaga Gaga Magician, to summon back the Deactorus and then make F0. But here we go for the Medius line, because there's one important aspect to it. So Sargas grabs you the Regulus, activate Regulus, targeting your Power Patron Doomz. You can also take Deactorus, it's a machine, but you target this one, and then you're going to activate Drastea, pop the Power Patron Doomz, summon it, and then equip the Doomdirk. Now, that's a reason why Regulus is so nice, because now you actually keep your Raiders on the board, because you just pop the Power Patron. And this is what you're going to end on. So you have the Regulus negate for anything. You have the Sargas actually, which if an Xyz monster of yours detaches, it can then bounce or pop a card on the field. So this is used once you use your rank 8 Xyz. But more importantly, you have Drastea, and it is equipped with Doomdirk, so it cannot be targeted. And as a quick effect, you can go and pop your Doomz Raiders if you want to, and that will pop a monster of your opponent. And then also you have the Drastea effect to rank itself up. So the Doomdirk is going to go as material for Drasteus. Drasteus on summon equips a monster, and then has the negate effect, plus it also has the Doomdirk effect, so it is also not targetable. And as a quick effect, can pop your Doomz Raiders if you decided to keep it for that moment. So that is the standard Medius line with Living Fossil. Let me show you another line with the Dogmatica card. So for an alternative Medius line, and that works for most other equip spells, you're just going to do the same start. You're going to go Medius for the Power Patron Doomz, equip, pop, and you go search, activate Raiders, pop, summon your Amalthe, you go chaining 1, chaining 2, you grab the Dogmatica Schism, and you grab your Drastea, and then you can equip your Dogmatica Schism to the Amalthe, and then you activate the Drastea, pop it, and summon, get your equip, and that'll trigger the Dogmatica Schism to send your Albion, the Brand Dragon, which in the end phase is going to set you your Fallen and the Virtuous. Alternatively, you can also, and that goes for every equip spell, you can just leave it on the field equipped, and in the opponent's turn, this can then go and rank up into a Deactorus with this equip, and then this is going to pop a card on your field and pop a monster non-targeting. This goes for every equip. You can also go and just equip Angelica's Angel Ring to the Drastea, and then you have a spell negate. Note that this particular line plays into Nib. So if you count the summons, we have Medius 1, this 2, 3, and once you summon the Amalthe, then that's the Drastea is going to be summon number 5. So if you're going to go for a Angelica's Angel Ring line, you can actually not summon the Amalthe and just add the Drastea through the Raiders by popping, and then you just pop the Raiders, get the equip the Angel Ring, and then you don't have the Raiders, but you have the Angel Ring plus this setup. So you can see why I'm currently opting to go for the Living Fossil build, because I just want to play around Nib better, but this is also a generally layered board with a Fallen the Virtuous, but also just having a level 4 with an equip is also nice to be more resilient into anything. But generally this deck doesn't play on 1-card combos, so you sometimes just have a level 4 with an effect on the board anyway. But currently I'm actually playing the hero package, so let me show you what the hero package does. So for the hero line, we have a hero lives, and we have a monster that we want to shuffle back. And what you're going to do is you're going to go hero lives, pay half your life points, and summon your Prisma. Now Prisma can activate its effect and reveal the Archmage fusion monster, and then for cost send a Medius. So your opponent cannot really Imperm or Veiler this, you get the Medius into your grave, which is nice. So then you can activate the Medius and shuffle back the monster in your hand, and special your Medius. Use the effect to special from deck. If they happen to Imperm the Medius now, you still have 2 level 4s, so you can make some generic rank 4 if you want, like a Dugaris or whatever. But if this goes through, you go Power Patron Doomz, use the effect for the Medius. You still take the Medius because you want it as a material under your Deactorus, plus this Medius would get banished if it left the field, but not if you use it as exist material. So this part you know, you go Deactorus. But you see, we do this line and we have the Prisma on the field next to it, which is just a free level 4 body. So Raiders, pop, special from deck. It is the Amalthe. And now you have, again, chaining 1, chaining 2. You can search any equip. Right now I'm on 2 Doomdirk, but if you want the Dogmatica Schism, you can do that. And then you can search your Drastea. Now here what you can do is you can actually make the rank 4 of your choice here. In this case, I'm just going to show off the F0 line just so that you see it. You go Magician, detach, revive, and then you overlay these two for your F0 into F0, and that's your negate. And then you have, if you do this, you have to pop the Doomz Raiders with the Drastea, and you pop it, and then you get your Doomdirk, and you have another equip in your hand. Now in this particular line, you probably want something like Angelica's Angel Ring that you just equip to this, and then you have a spell negate on top of everything. So for this line, we basically don't have to run the Living Fossil, which if it's in your starting hand is not particularly good. Instead you run an equip that does something if you draw it, for example, with a level 4 body of yours, which is better if you play into boards or if you have like weirder hands. So that is the Hero Lives line. Just gives you a free level 4 body if you want it. Or if you have extenders, you just shuffle the Prisma back for the next Hero Lives. Yeah, so that is that combo. So in the deck profile, I said that if you draw 2 of these, you can actually combo with both. Now, obviously, into Imperm or Veiler, it would be better if you draw Raiders immediately with one of the names. I'll show you that in a second. But let's just talk about how you would walk through this hand. So you're going to go and normal summon Elara, and it's going to set up the Raiders. You're going to flip that up. Use the Raiders, pop the Amalthe in hand, and you summon from deck your Power Patron Doomz. Now you have the Amalthe, search, you grab your Drastea, which you can then use to pop the Power Patron Doomz and equip from your deck a Doomdirk. Now, the Power Patron Doomz is going to trigger, and this is going to search you your Doomz change. Then you are going to go and activate the Doomz change and chain to that the effect of Drastea that it got from the Doomdirk to pop your change. So you pop this, and then the change will pop your destruction. Now you have 2 effects engraved, change and destruction. You're going to go chain link 1 change, chain link 2 destruction, destruction targeting the Elara, and you're going to equip any monster, Doomz monster from your deck. I like Elara here. I'm going to tell you in a second why. But then the Doomz change will actually grab back your destruction, and then if you have any other Doomz in hand, you could special summon it here. But then you're going to go and activate, set the destruction, and you're basically going to pass on this. Now, I like the Elara here because if your opponent has like a Dust or a Lightning Storm for this, the Elara can then set another copy of Raiders so that you have a poppable Raiders during your opponent's turn. You're going to save your Doomdirk by going into Drastrius right away. But yeah, generally, what is going to happen here anyway is either you leave this here, and in your opponent's turn, the Elara makes the Deactorus for a non-target pop by popping either your Raiders or a card in your hand or itself. Or what you can also do is, because Doomz Destruction has to equip to a Doomz Xyz monster, you can just make the Deactorus in your end phase by using Elara's effect. And that'll give you your Xyz on board. You don't get the pop here, but you immediately have something to target with your destruction. If your opponent cards like draw phase wanted, you can just flip this around, targeting the Deactorus, and that's that. And then you have this card equipped to the Deactorus. You have the Drastea, which can pop the Raiders, and then can also up rank into your Drastrius. So that is generally what you want to end on with a 2-card combo. Is you just have the full setup and then you have one monster equipped, and or even the trap card. And with the trap card, it's very hard to play through this because Drastrius is very hard to out, and the opponent cannot search for more pushes. Alright, so for the last combo, I wanted to give you a little bit of a preview of what the future will hold. And for now, this is Doomz Raiders plus Power Patron Doomz. And once we're done with the combo, I'm going to tell you about the future. So you're going to activate Doomz Raiders, use it to pop your Power Patron, and you're going to special summon the Amalthe, and you have Chain Link 1, Chain Link 2. And you're going to search Elara and Drastea. So from now on, we have the Drastea for if anything happens. But we're going to normal summon Elara, use the effect to set Doomz change, and now we have 2 level 4s, so let's make our negate of choice. In this case, we are going to go and grab the Regulus again to equip our Power Patron Doomz, and now we can activate the Drastea, popping this to get our equip. Now we're going to go Doomz change, and then we chain the effect of Doomdirk that it gave to Drastea to pop the change, and that'll also pop the destruction in the deck. And now you have your triggers again. You have the Doomz change and the Doomz destruction. Use the destruction to equip any monster that you want to your Sargas. This is important because if this transforms, it attaches this material, and this Regulus has to tribute itself to negate. So you want it at on the Sargas, so this sticks on the field. And then you can add your Doomz destruction back, and you're going to set it. So what you end on here is you have the Drastea equipped, and you have an Elara that you can just pop, because you have 2 pops with the Doomdirk. First with the Drastea, and then once it ranked up, you can pop again, pop your Raiders. And that will pop the Elara to give you some follow-up for next turn. Then you have the Sargas, pop or bounce. You have the Regulus negate, and you have Doomz Destruction, you have the Raiders, and you have your Drastea, of course. Now, this board is basically what the deck is going to end on with their 1-card combos post Blazing Dominion. Plus, you end on this plus a Varudras, which is another Omni Negate, and you also get some follow-up. So going from 2-card combos, which is here was a very specific 2-card combo, oops, to 1-card combos, where almost every card in your deck does this, is a huge boost to the deck, and it's usually the type of boost a deck needs to break from fringe rogue playability to actually a meta deck. But for now, this is what we have to work with, and that is basically all for the video. So if you like this introduction, let me know. If you want to see Blazing Dominion stuff, that is following. I do also have a spreadsheet for this. It's not quite finished, but it does have current combos and Blazing Dominion combos. So once that's done, I'm going to include it in the Blazing Dominion video, I think. Yeah, but that's all for Doomz. Hope you liked the intro. Hope you have some fun with this deck in Macedon. I know I do, and I'll see you next time.